Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews. I have not touched on the OneRing.net situation for a while, because even though it's been out for a few days, because I basically wanted to give a full perspective over the entirety of the thing. And now that it has cooled down a little bit, I think I will touch on what this whole thing is about. A few days ago, or a couple days ago, June 2nd to be specific, OneRing.net decided to open up a controversy that has not happened. Honestly, there has been no reporting on any news organizations. There would have been, believe me, if they had. But they seem to have been gone full friggin' retard with this horse shit. And so, yeah, let's get into it. The OneRing.net basically started a tweet thread that stated out, well, I gotta get these glasses completely cleaned off. There we go. Listen, we've been dealing with homophobic comments for decades, and it's still wrong. Whatever toxic arguments are being said about Lord of the Rings fandom and adaptations is the same trash that said Ian McKellen was the worst affront to Tolkien's legacy ever. Hashtag Pride. Apparently they're jumping on the woke train for the whole Pride Month bullshit. Cogent, respectful debate on Tolkien is always welcome, but homophobic, racist, misogynistic trash is always a case for banning. It's not what Tolkien fandom is, wants, or welcomes. We used to be able to ban in the area of message boards and IRC. But in the era of social media, the platform can't keep toxicity out of our community. We can mute and block, but that's only for this account's feed. Twitter is not a community simply because it lacks anti-troll tools. Nasty people still show up in replies because their toxic friends subtweeted us. If you still think Ian McKellen is the worst and that Catholic Tolkien would have never approved, I beg you to read more of Tolkien's books and letters. He was woke, stood against hate, embraced all cultures in life and fiction. It's why his books are translated in every language. Well, I'm going to stop you right there. That's the main one that I wanted to touch on. Tolkien may have been a devout Catholic, yes. He was never woke. He was tolerant. There is a difference. That is what I actually mentioned when I responded to them. It's like, Tolkien wasn't woke. He was tolerant. There is a difference. Woke means you're putting agenda over story, either through dint of identity politics or politics in general, over the story that is trying to be told. Tolkien absolutely hated that stuff. He hated allegory. He despised it entirely. I should know. I've read his works and his letters. As for him, whether or not he would have approved of Ian McKellen, because Ian McKellen is gay, I cannot speak for Tolkien. Tolkien is not alive. Something tells me, though, I don't think he would be that angry or bothered by it. Because, honestly, after watching the Lord of the Rings movies and reading the books, I can't imagine anybody else as Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White. Now, yes, it is true that Christopher Lee had permission from Tolkien himself to play Gandalf in a film. Unfortunately, he did a better role as Saruman. And he also does that villainous role better with his voice, because let's face it, that voice of Christopher Lee had resounding quality and commanded respect, you know? And as did Ian McKellen. Ian McKellen, he is Gandalf. He is. But them saying that he is woke, also, his works were not translated in every language. 39, I believe, was the number actually. But yeah. And there's, I believe, over 100 languages, so, yeah. But, yeah, then they continue saying that Pride gives us some of the greatest performances beyond all expectations, with a picture of Ian McKellen, Lee Pace as Thranduil, and the Bard. I can't remember the actor's name. But he also played in Dracula Untold. Owen Wilson. No, not Owen Wilson. Hold on one second. Luke Evans. Sorry about that. I totally butchered that. Owen Wilson's is a different guy altogether. But yeah, they showed a picture of Ian McKellen as Gandalf, Owen Wilson as the Bard, and Lee Pace as Thranduil. I honestly had no idea that Lee Pace was gay. But it's like their being gay had nothing to do with their performance. That's just who they are personally. And honestly, folks, I don't give a hell or hoot or fuck about who anybody is sleeping with, their sexual preference. That's not important to me. And for anybody who wants to say that I'm anti-LGBTQ, hard to be against the community that you're a part of. I happen to be demisexual myself, but that shouldn't matter to anybody. But yeah, you all seem to, or at OneRing.net, you all seem to think that we're toxic and stuff because we're speaking out against identity politics. However, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were not identity politic ridden. This new Lord of the Rings thing with the Amazon series, that is being considered woke. Because they're not respecting the lore. And that also is something that I responded to when somebody pointed out something. And let me just get to it here. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, the respect of the lore thing I just checked, they deleted that tweet. They actually deleted that tweet. So when they were saying but what they did say was respect the lore is basically coded language for racists and such. No, and I responded to them, respect the lore means respect the fucking lore. Amazon is trying to make Lord of the Rings into Game of Thrones with sex and nudity. It's trying to pander and other such nonsense. I don't care about earthly ethnicity because that's not a part of Middle Earth. Meaning today's ethnicity stuff, stuff that goes on in the real world. It doesn't belong in Middle Earth. And, well, apparently, yeah, it seems that the OneRing.net is, well, they're gatekeepers, really, to be completely honest. They went after a guy that's called Just Some Guy when he pointed out their nonsense, and they ended up blocking him. Then they tried saying, well, we didn't block him, and a photo or a screenshot can be faked. Actually, a screenshot can be edited, yes. It can't be faked. A screenshot literally takes a picture of the screen, but then he actually came back and showed a video. I can't share all this on my phone. I am sorry about that, folks. And then he came back showing a video where they did block him. So yeah, OneRing.net seems to be showing that they know very little about what fans think and what fans are saying about Tolkien. Them coming out and pandering because of Pride Month was one of the dumbest things they could have done. Because honestly, people in the community, well, most, don't care. We don't. We just don't. It's not about sex, sexuality, preference of or anything like that. It's about a story about elves, dwarves, humans, and others. Like dragons, orcs, and them. That is Tolkien's universe. He built a mythology for Great Britain, and that is what he intended to do, and he did a wonderful job doing it. This whole diversity bullshit nonsense that they want to try forcing into this show that they're making, well, that's their stupidity. I will watch the Lord of the Rings Amazon series. I will watch the first episode or two to see what's what, But the second I see any of this woke garbage in it, I'm going to call it straight out and I'm going to stop reviewing it. Because I am done with woke crap in entertainment. I am not going to review any of that nonsense in entertainment. I'm sick of it. I don't like it in my entertainment. And neither should anybody with half a brain, really. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. Yeah, OneRing.net, you really stepped in a... You didn't just step in a pile of shit. You stepped in an entire field of shit when you decided to go after Tolkien's fans. Tolkien wasn't woke, and he wasn't accepting of everything. He was more tolerant of some things. But yet, you keep thinking you know everything about Tolkien, when all it takes is literally going into the special features of the original DVD extended editions to find out more about Tolkien than this group of apparently ever will. Anyway, folks, that is going to be the video. You all know the drill. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Also, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that jazz. This has been Orange Hat Reviews. Stay humble.